son of old age means fruit of spiritual maturity. It means that the son that you have was brought forth through divine power or divine enablement and not by human strength. So son of old age means spiritual maturity. Okay, that is why Jacob actually loved Joseph more than all of them. Now you realize that anytime a woman is barren and she's unable to deliver and God comes in, the child becomes a fruit of divine power. Now let's look at another story in the book of Luke chapter 1 verse 7. In Luke chapter 1 verse 7, we look at a story between Zachariah, the father of John the Baptist, and his wife Elizabeth. In Luke chapter 1 verse 7, the Bible says that, but they had no child because Elizabeth was barren, and they were both well advanced in age. I want you to take note of the phrase well advanced in age. So both Madam Lizzie and Papa Zachariah were very, very old, and they were barren. I mean, their chances of giving birth were very, very slim, if not impossible. Okay, but again, we actually realize that Zachariah and Elizabeth were able to bring forth, and they brought forth through divine power. And I want you to take note of these three characters that I've mentioned. Jacob giving birth at old age, Abraham giving birth at old age, and Zachariah giving birth at old age. In all these three cases, the sons went far. The sons became very prominent, and the sons became great. Now Isaac, who came out of that barrenness, inherited the father. And the same way, Jacob, who also came as a result of the barrenness that Rachel was having, also became a prominent and a great person. And John the Baptist, who also came out of that barrenness, also became a very great person. So sons of old age are sons of spiritual maturity. These are sons that come into the world through divine power, and such sons actually go very, very far. And that was the reason why Jacob actually loved Joseph so much. Okay, now, so son of old age means spiritual maturity, and anybody who is spiritually matured has the character and the nature of God. If you have the character and the nature of God, you go very, very far, because the standards of God is far, far higher than the standards of men. Now, whatever God does, there is a difference, there is a distinction. Okay, and so that is why Joseph was able to go far. So Joseph actually had the nature of God and had the character of God. Okay, now it was so obvious that if Joseph was a symbol of spiritual maturity, then that was the reason why his father actually gave him the coat of many colors. And so we are going to look at the coat of many colors which the father gave to Joseph. Now the coat of many colors had 7 colors. The coat of many colors had 7 colors. And the 7 colors were the colors of the rainbow. Now the rainbow has 7 colors. Now the rainbow stands for light, and when you split light, you get 7 colors. Now you can easily get the 7 colors when you remember the mnemonic which you were taught in school, rock beef. When you remember rock beef, you get all the 7 colors of the rainbow. Okay, so now Joseph had a coat, he had a garment, he had a coat which was made up of 7 colors. And the 7 colors were the colors of the rainbow. And where do you actually see the rainbow? The rainbow is seen far in the skies. Okay, so Joseph was actually cut for success. He was cut for leadership. He was cut for managerial position, and he was cut for the top, because the rainbow is positioned at the top. The rainbow is something that you see in the skies. So when Joseph was given the coat of many colors, what the father was saying was that his son was a top man. His son was somebody who was going to be very, very great. Now, the coat that was given to Joseph, which had many colors, actually made Joseph very distinct. So the coat made him very distinct, because if you have a coat that has 7 colors, that means the coat was very, very colorful. So the coat made Joseph very, very distinct. Now, anytime you are clothed with light, okay, that means that you are going to become very, very distinct. Anybody who is clothed with light becomes very, very distinct. Now the Bible says that God is the Father of light, in whom there is no variation. So God is the one who gives birth to sons who are light, and Joseph was the son of light, and he was positioned high above in the skies. So the coat one made Joseph very, very distinct. That is one, because it was very colorful. Now, because the coat was also very colorful, it made Joseph very, very attractive. So the coat of many colors made Joseph very, very attractive, because it was very, very colorful. Now the coat of many colors beautified Joseph because it was very, very colorful. So one, it made him very distinct from all his brothers. It was a very attractive coat, and it was a very beautiful coat. Okay, so all these things Joseph had. And when we talk about light, what does light mean? Light means knowledge. Light means illumination. And Joseph had the knowledge that made him very, very tall among his brothers. So the coat of many colors, one, had the 7 colors of the rainbow, and it means that Joseph had well advanced knowledge that can make him, or that could make him very, very great. Remember that anytime the Bible talks about 7, the Bible is talking about completeness. Now, one particular Bible word which stands for completeness is the word holiness. Is the word holiness. And anytime you have knowledge that is complete, it will take you very, very far. And to have knowledge that is complete is to have knowledge that can address issues when they are physical. Okay, when an issue is physical, you have accumulated enough knowledge in order to tackle the issue physically. And if the issue is also spiritual, you have accumulated enough knowledge to tackle the issue spiritually when the issue is spiritual. And that was the position or the place that Joseph actually found himself. Joseph had enough knowledge when it comes to managing physical things, and he had enough knowledge when it comes to managing spiritual things. Therefore, he was not limited. Okay, so when the Bible says that God is holy, okay, it means that he is complete and can actually handle life in the 2 categories of life, which is either physical or spiritual. Now, when you limit yourself only to physical knowledge, okay, you are always handicapped. You are not supposed to limit yourself to physical knowledge alone if you really want to be great. You must master spiritual knowledge, and you must also master physical knowledge. Okay, and if you are able to do that, then you will become a very great person, and you can get to the top. Okay, so The coat of many colors means that he was complete, both physically and spiritually. Now, secondly, the coat of many colors also stood for the 7-point covenant that God had with Abraham. In Genesis chapter 12, we find God actually meeting with Abraham. And after God has met with Abraham, God actually had a covenant with Abraham, and the covenant was a 7-point covenant. Okay, this covenant was actually given to Abraham, and it was passed on to Isaac, and then it was passed on to Jacob, and then it was passed on to Joseph. So Joseph actually received that inheritance from his father Jacob. Okay, and so we are going to look at the 7-point covenant which God actually made with Abraham, which was actually passed on to Jacob and then to Joseph. Okay, so when we go to Genesis chapter 12, we are reading from verse 1, and I'm reading from the New King James Version. Now the Lord has said to Abraham, get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. I will make you a great nation. Okay, now that is the first point. I will make you a great nation. Okay, that is 1. I will bless you. That is 2. I will make your name great. That is 3. And you shall be a blessing. That is 4. I will bless those who bless you. That is 5. And I will curse him who curses you. That is 6. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. And that is 7. So that was a 7-point covenant which God signed with Abraham. This 7-point covenant which God signed with Abraham was passed on to Isaac and to Jacob and then to Joseph. And that was the reason why his father Jacob gave him the coat of many colors, which was made up of 7 colors. So 1, I've said that the coat of many colors were made up of 7 colors, which are the colors for light, which causes you to glow, which causes to shine, which causes to radiate. Okay, and 2, the coat of many colors stands for the 7-point covenant which God signed with Abraham. Now the last thing that the coat of many colors stands for is that now when God finally gave the land which God said he was going to show Abraham to the children of Israel, the Bible says that the land of Canaan was made up of 7 tribes. 7 tribes, the Jebusites, the Hivites, and what have you. So they were made up of 7 tribes, and all these 7 tribes was also passed on, because the land was a land that was promised to the forefather Abraham and to Isaac and to Jacob. So that land actually was passed on to Joseph. So the coat was made up of 7 colors, and the 7 colors stands for light that causes you to shine. The 7 colors stands for the 7-point covenant, and the 7 colors actually stands for the 7 tribes that were occupying Canaan. Okay, so Joseph had all this inheritance from his father. Now, let's look at the dreams that Joseph had after he has been given the coat of many colors. Now, in all, Joseph had 6 dreams, and these 6 dreams were categorized into 3. Now we have the first 2, the second 2, and the last 2. And I want us to look at these 6 dreams very well, because it tells you the reason why Joseph was able to make it to the topmost position in a foreign land. Okay, so we'll go back to our Genesis chapter 37. Okay, so Reading again from verse 3, Genesis chapter 37, verse 3. Now, Israel loved Joseph more than all his brethren because he was the son of his old age. Also, he made him a tunic of many colors. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak